Hi, I'm Chris. We're at NAMM 2015. We're with Matt on the Keith McMillen stand. We've got a brand new product, the K-Mix.
Yeah, we have the K-Mix.
Tell us about it.
So K-Mix is an 8-input, 10-output audio interface, programmable digital mixer, works standalone without a computer, and MIDI control surface. So it can send DAW control to your DAW, 4 banks of that, with a newly designed fader that is ultra sensitive. So I'm barely touching it. It's also ribbed and has a line for where unity gain is. So really ribbed like, yeah.
Okay.
So it's super sensitive, very, 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 very sensitive. It's not like the Cuneo faders or one of our other products where you have to push on it. It's a surround panning interface, so if you look here, you can pan in surround sound. So that's the control surface.
So how does it talk to your DAW then?
It's MIDI or Huey or Mackie control. It can receive program change presets. Then it's control surface. It's also a programmable digital mixer, standalone. So you can take this away from your computer, plug it into the wall, plug your guitar into it, straight in because we support high Z, or we have 2 mic pre's. These are ultra low noise. We test them against some of the highest quality mic pre's.
So these are your mic pre's?
They're our own design.
Oh, design.
Keith's design. They're called micro pre's, and they are 1 dB less noise than all of the high-end mic pre's we've tested them against. They're also bus powered. So the whole thing is bus powered from your computer or from the wall using a USB power adapter.
And phantom power?
Phantom power 12 and 48 volts. So you can do both, and that's on these 2. All of the inputs are balanced. So we have 3 more stereo pairs, balanced TRS inputs, and then we also have 8 balanced 1/4-inch TRS outputs and a separately addressable headphone output. So you can actually mix in all of the surround formats on the board. So we support all of them up to 8.1 or 8.2, I think even.
So I mean, what kind of scenarios are you seeing that in? Because obviously, as soon as it comes out of the studio, you were thinking like live surround sound mixing and
live
things
surround
like
sound mixing, just live mixing in general. We have an auto gain feature. So if your band, you turn auto gain on, your band plays, you play into the mixer as loud as you'd play. It sets your trims for you. And then if someone goes above the threshold, it limits and then auto adjusts the gain so that you don't clip. So it's kind of like having a sound man in the mixer for a small band, someone who doesn't have a sound man.
Or just using it for drummers would be quite useful, yeah.
Whatever, yeah. And then, so then it's those things, and it has onboard DSP. Each channel has EQ, it's got reverb, gate, compression, limiting, and there's room for more, so we may add more later. There is, let's see, there are 4 aux buses and an effects bus, and then it also works as an audio interface, so it's also an 8-in, 10-out audio interface, and it interfaces bidirectionally with our software editor. You can make and store 12 presets on the device, and then transfer them either way, make them on the device, make them on the editor, send them back and forth.
And I'm noticing a tab reverb there, so as a digital mixer it's got reverb in it?
Yeah, it's got reverb, compression, EQ, and limiting. And gate, also. We use a Shark DSP chip.
And does that Shark DSP chip work in your DAW as well? Can you use them as inserts?
You can use, well, I don't know about the insert thing, but I think you can definitely send to it, automate it with MIDI, and send it back. I mean, it's fully, everything is addressable, right? And we use the highest quality AKM converters, so they're like super, super precise, super awesome converters for the audio interface part of it. So it's a USB audio interface, and it also works with our MIDI expander and via micro USB with your computer, so it's pretty flexible. And then, you know, each fader has its own VU meter. You can change back and forth between VU mode yeah.
So what, in terms of what it comes with out of the box, so what, you know, all works with all major DAWs out of the box. Presets for Pro Tools, everything.
Yeah, and it's a class-compliant MIDI device and an audio interface that doesn't require drivers with your Mac. And it works with the iPad as well. If you're not powering it, it's just a control surface, and I believe if you power it, it works as an audio interface and a control surface with your iPad.
Okay, wow.
And more info on that later. But
price and availability?
Okay, so this is coming out in April. We're going to be shipping it in April, and it's $499 US street. So it's 500, but less than $500 for street.
Amazing. Well, thanks for showing us it, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.